All right.
We are live. We are here. We miss everybody.
Yes.
God bless each and every one of you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Who to give shout outs to? We see Empty Tomb.
Thank you, Empty Tomb.
Bread of Life.
Bread of Life.
And Empty Tomb again. Bread of Life again.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, you just said turn the ringers off and I didn't. So anyways, guys, God bless you. Thank you so much for being here with us. Carl! Oh, wait, I got to do Carl.
Cool.
Hold on. It ain't official.
Hold on.
It ain't official. Hold on. Let's see.
You got to be official like a ref with a whistle.
Carl!
All
There,
right.
it's official now.
It's official now. He's in the house. Okay, let me, because I can't see that screen. It's too far away.
Hey, shout out to Madison. You have a nice night and get your rest.
Madison. Mm-hmm. That's
Empty Tomb
Empty
said
Tomb's
putting
daughter.
Madison in her cage for the night.
Good night, Madison.
She wants a shout out if possible.
Hello, Madison.
Hi, Madison.
Said that's a clean white shirt, Pastor. What's it say? Bread of Life.
Oh,
asked.
yeah. I'm glad you asked because I'm about to tell you. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait. So you guys never see me in a white shirt.
No.
Usually because I get food on them. But check this out. I was in Nevada, and then I was in Arizona. And coming back Saturday night, because I literally came into church from Arizona, pretty much. Well, I got a hotel and slept for 3 hours. But I stopped in, you know where Indio's at?
I do.
Yeah, I stopped in Indio at a random Chevron, got off, and I was going to the bathroom, and this dude comes out. He goes, "Hey, Sir Dyno!" You know, he gets all happy.
At the 29 Palms?
Something, yeah, over there, close by there. And he gets all happy, and he goes, "Man, can I take a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, man. Let's take a picture." I said, "You know, I pastor now, right?" He goes, "Yeah, man, I know." You know, so he was all happy. We took a picture. Then I went to the bathroom. When I came back out, he was waiting with this T-shirt and this hat. Let me see. It says Chicano on it.
Put it up to the camera.
Yeah, let's see. There it is. Bam! Chicano brand.
Let me put my head under it so it looks like I'm wearing it.
Hold on. That's gonna take me a little bit.
There it is. I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it right there.
You got it sideways.
Nice.
That's the way Bread of Life wears his hat, sideways.
Chicano brand.
Yeah, so also this shirt says Chicano brand on it. And it's hard to see, man, but they got a cool Instagram. I told them, I said, "Man, you know what? Thank you for that shirt." So I told them that I would wear it for today's podcast and on the prison podcast. So it's called Chicano Brand. Check out their Instagram. Really nice guys, man. And they were coming from like a car show or something, so they had a whole U-Haul full of shirts and hats.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they have like Lighter Shade of Brown wears their stuff. They've been on Tony A wears their stuff, and so they were cool people. So I just told them, "All right, man, I appreciate, the shirt and the hat." So I was gonna sport it.
What's up, Felipe?
All right, there's Felipe. How you doing, brother? God bless you. And yeah, man.
What's happening?
But like I said, one more plug. Chicano Brand Instagram. That's where I got the shirt and the Chicano hat from. And all right, so what's he talking about? I grabbed the Caucasian hat, and I'm getting weird looks, man.
Okay. Thanks.
It should be a hat with a slice of pizza on it.
Yeah.
That'd be more proper.
I mean, it's better than that Boston Celtics hat, I bet.
Have you seen Officer Tatum's new shirt?
Was he in the car?
No, with Trump saying that Trump has good genes.
Yes.
And so Trump's chilling like he's lounging
Oh yeah,
back.
I saw that.
and it says Trump has good genes.
That's the shirt he was wearing the other day. I couldn't read it because it was folded because he was talking.
Yeah.
But I saw Trump in the jeans and it reminded me of that ad.
That's what
That's what the whole thing is. Man. That's the whole point of it. That's hilarious.
Vato be on medication.
Heck yeah, man. What's up, American Chicano, man? What's happening?
I don't know.
I'm unsubscribing.
American Chicano. Man, I
I hit a nerve with the Celtics remark, dude.
You know what I just watched the other day? Departed. The Departed.
You got it, huh? You got it out of your system?
I got it out. I've been talking about it since 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah,
or
you've
last
been
week.
talking about it for a good minute.
You know
Yeah.
what keeps on popping up? The Town. And I never have a chance to watch it.
Ah, that's a good movie,
I haven't had
man.
a chance to rewatch it.
What's the line you like from The Town?
He said, "Hey man, we gotta go beat somebody up." What is he telling me? He says,
He was no questions asked.
he's all, man, we got to beat somebody up. I can't tell you who it is, what they've done,
Or
or
why.
why we're doing it. And Jeremy Rayner looks at him and says, "Who's driving?"
All right. Okay, guys. So we're just so
All
we're,
fun and games,
we're all
empty too.
giddy.
All fun and games.
because we weren't able to be live last week.
Yeah.
So I just feel really excited to be sitting here
I am.
I feel like it's been a while.
with these gentlemen and with you guys. It's just different, man. It's different when we do it live than when we pre-record it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes life and things we're doing and whatnot. All I know is
Whose car are we taking?
I spent a week in the desert.
Ooh, literally.
Oh man, it hit 118 at one point.
What city?
118? I don't know.
Were you in Phoenix?
By the border. It got cooler in Phoenix.
Were you by the border? What do you mean?
The state
Blythe?
border. Yeah.
Oh,
Before
Blythe?
Blythe. Like, what is that, Death Valley? I don't know what that is.
No, Death
It's
Valley is
hell.
all by its own.
So what is that? Freeway, Highway 10.
Highway 10.
It's after Palm Springs, but not yet to Blythe. It hit 118.
Daniel, thank you, brother.
Our Poetic, thank you so much for that super chat, guys. God bless you. Just to let you know, since he reminded me, every single dollar counts. It helps us pay the internet here. The internet bill is $160 a month because that's the fastest upload speed they have available, and it helps, whether it's $1, $2, $10. Seriously, man, we really, really appreciate it. Because if not, we're going to start to get sponsored by some random,
By Chicano brand.
by Chicano brand.
That's right.
No, but seriously, it helps.
Thank you.
What were we saying? Oh, yeah, it was 118.
118.
Phoenix was, it kept jumping like 115, 114,
Yeah.
like that.
Tucson's a
And,
little bit cooler.
yeah, like 2 degrees, like 113.
Yeah.
You go up to like Flagstaff. Once you go up north, it starts to get really cool.
And once you
Yeah.
go down, once you go south, like
Yeah.
Tombstone, I think is like 4,000 feet up.
But the other side of Phoenix, man, like Fort Mojave and Bullhead City and all that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness.
Oh, but
bro.
that's not in Phoenix. That's up.
That's
by the-
up by the
Yeah,
mountains.
that's still Zona though.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
definitely,
what I'm saying,
definitely.
bro. It's stupid, man. I remember one time, man, we were out there in Bullhead City, man, and it was.
I've never been there.
It was 128. That's the hottest I've ever been in.
128.
128.
118 was the hottest.
Yeah.
This is the hottest I've ever felt in my life.
128, man. I remember.
When
that.
I moved in
this was
95.
many years ago.
Remember when you guys took me?
Yeah.
When I went to school out there, it got to 122, and there was a young girl walking home from school. I remember watching the news, and she fell on her hands and knees and got 2nd-degree burns on her knees.
Wow.
In the city of Phoenix. We would go because in our apartment or in the dorm, because they had all these apartment complexes that were for all the students, and so we would go during the middle of the day and sit in the spa because it was cooler than the pool. Because it was just getting baked.
Wow.
It was just getting baked, so it would just be like, oh,
So I was driving through Phoenix, or before Phoenix, or right after maybe, and I got really excited, and it's messed up because Bucky teased me. Because I saw a big old billboard, Bucky's, right?
It was a little like mirage.
No, it was real. But when I got closer, it said 1,031 miles more to Texas, and I almost did it.
And I almost did it.
Yeah, man, that was messed up.
That's
So
hilarious.
there's, you know what? I found stores that are better than 7-Eleven and AMPM put together. They're everywhere in Arizona. The QT,
Yeah.
quick trips.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those are
Are those
amazing.
drive-ups still? Those are the drive-ups?
No, it's just like it's just a mini
Some
mart
do.
gas
Some do.
station.
Yeah.
Some are drive up.
Are they?
Yeah, some of them are drive up.
Yeah, some of them.
They're
are drive-ups.
everywhere. Those are nice stores. I got jealous.
What is the one? Well, we just went to Reno and like the Mavericks. Have you guys seen like the Mavericks?
No.
Those ones are pretty good too. But no, I get what you're saying. I get
Yeah,
it.
man. Carl, hey, Carl, I didn't know you were in SAC, brother. Last Sunday it was 104 in SAC.
Were you in? Are you in SAC, Carl? Or you just? Googling
Last
through the internet.
Sunday, it was 104. Empty Tomb said you fell for the okey doke.
I know. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
gotcha.
we got to visit Sharon. I got to meet my brother-in-law for the first time in real life.
Praise God, man.
You know?
Congratulations.
Yeah, his release day is like, what's the date today? On the 19th.
Oh, a couple days.
7 days. So 6 days and a wake up is what he has. And I was able to meet him for the first time, you know, and yeah, man, it was really cool to finally meet him.
Is there any tissue paper back there?
No.
Man.
Got boogers?
I guess so. Part of the nerds.
And
Why you got to say that on blast?
Yeah.
It's not like they couldn't tell.
Oh, that's hilarious.
you might as well just go and blow your nose.
I know. I'll be back.
I'll just put it a close up on Tino and me. So
That's good, man. I'm glad that you had a good time, man. The trip worth it?
the trip was worth it. Just the
heat. Yeah,
Here's
of
the thing.
course.
I wasn't outside.
Yeah.
I was in a Airbnb or in a
Yeah.
hotel room or in my car full blast or in buildings that had air conditioning.
I get it, bro. I'm telling you, that day that it was 128 out there, man, I remember I was still smoking cigarettes. Like I said, this was many, many years ago.
Yeah.
But I went outside to go smoke a cigarette, and I couldn't even breathe, bro. I took a drag, and I was just like, ugh. And then that's when I realized, like, Mom, Dad, like, because my parents lived out there. That's why I was there.
Oh,
And
they did?
Yeah, they had moved out there. And I was telling them, I said, dude, I realized, like, these people don't even breathe real air, bro.
Yeah.
It's all air conditioning. Because you go from the car, or you go from the house to the car, drive wherever you're going, get out, go there.
Nobody's outside.
No, nobody's outside,
Nobody's
bro.
outside.
That's wild.
The guys that gave me the T-shirt, they're from Yuma.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm just like, man, I don't know how you handle this heat. And he goes, man, we don't do nothing. We stay inside. We come out at night to shop.
Yeah.
You come out at night to fill your tank. You come out at night,
That's crazy, bro.
And in the day, he goes, you're just in air condition. That's wild. Because it's just like here in Cali, like, yeah, we get heat waves, right? But for the most part, you can go to the park and barbecue. You can take your kids, you know what I mean? And
It's just a different type of heat.
yeah,
Also,
here,
man.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, you can plan to go to a flea market in the morning.
I
you
mean,
know?
okay, now I've only been to a few places in Arizona. I've been to Phoenix. I've been to
Yeah.
a couple other little cities and whatever. But let's think about it, bro. When we get hot, 110, 115, and we're out
Oh, yeah.
barbecuing, okay, and we're doing that kind of stuff, we are on grass.
Yes. Yeah, not rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not concrete, bro.
Yeah.
There is some parks in Tucson that have grass.
Yeah, there's some
There's some.
parts.
Some.
I
Some.
remember my dad had
Not
a
in
land.
Not in Nogales though.
My parents lived in a little city called Fort Mojave, and
That sounds hot.
yeah, it was.
Mojave.
And the thing about it is
Carlson Citrus Heights.
He paid
Okay.
he paid for a landscaper, and he was like, "Man, I don't understand." He's like, "This is how I know that we're doing pretty good in life." I said, "Why?" So we have a landscaper. Look at this guy. And so he took me over to the window, and we're just standing there, dude, watching the landscaper do his work. This dude is moving rocks. Colored rocks, white rocks and red rocks. There's no grass.
Yeah.
There's no nothing.
Wow.
He's blowing the dust off of the driveway.
The rocks. Oh, dust off the rocks.
Yeah, dude, blowing them back on. Yeah, I was like, "You pay for this?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Man, you have changed in your retirement."
So there's this thing I do, right? Everybody thinks I like to keep my car clean, which I do. Which I do. But really,
I know why.
I have a membership.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper to have a membership, car wash membership, right? But here's the real reason.
Misters.
Yes, here's the real reason, is I cannot stand sitting in hot cars. So anytime I'm constantly going through the car wash when my car is burning up.
Yeah. I feel like I'm helping it.
Like, yeah, when I leave church, Sharon already knows. So we go straight to Mister's and McHenry over there by the 7-Eleven, go through the car wash, and then we go do our business. I can't stand a hot car.
You know why I know that? Is because when we were rebuilding our finances and me and Deanna were living in a trailer, I used to get the water hose outside the trailer.
Yeah.
And it cooled the inside, so I figured, hey, it's helping my
It
car.
works. So I always do that. So as soon as we got out from visiting him, of course, the visitor parking for the prison was in the sun with no trees or nothing. It was baking in there. And I was driving for like 10 minutes, and it wasn't cooling off.
Yeah.
And I couldn't take it. I saw a gas station.
Your air conditioning?
Yes.
Yeah.
And my air conditioner works good. But I'm like, I can't take it. I saw like a Chevron or something. I just paid for the car wash. I couldn't take it. And boom. Then the AC started working and kicking in.
There was a saying in Arizona.
Yeah, look at that. American Chicano says crazy. I lived in Fort Mojave, on Fort Mojave Road next to Bullhead City, just down the road.
That's the place you're talking about.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. My mom worked over in Laughlin, bro, and so she'd have to change the time zones. So she would work in Laughlin, and they lived in Bullhead, and then after a while, they ended up moving over to Fort Mojave.
Why, the time zone's right there?
Yeah, there's an hour difference.
Thank you,
time
brother
zone.
JoJo. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, JoJo, thank you very much.
You.
I was gonna get to
Appreciate
that.
it.
First
Thank you so
time I
much.
watch you guys live. I enjoy listening to the podcast, but it's hard to watch with a
2, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
A 2, 5, and a 6-year-old? Wow.
Brother, we're going to pray for you right now, Lord God. Just bless that man.
Cholo
okay.
Give him
Trucker.
patience and grace.
Dang, that's crazy. American Chicano, man. I know where you're talking about, bro.
Look, Cholo Trucker says, my uncle lived in Miami years ago, and he said you're always in the AC. I've been to Miami once, but I think I went in a perfect time because it was like I was able to. We started walking that strip where I wanted to see where Scarface.
For the hotel?
Yeah, so we found it. It was cool.
Yeah.
But it was perfect. It wasn't
You
humid
mean
or
where he was
nothing.
locked up like this on the
Yeah.
table?
When he gets out?
Yeah.
And it shoots the dude right there at the end.
Yeah.
So we had business in Miami, but that's Miami Beach or South Beach or whatever it's called. Anyways, it was cool.
Yeah. No, I will tell you, like, if you guys that are watching live in Arizona, and you go all the way, you take the I-10, because we lived in Nogales, so I would go and I'd work and travel throughout the whole state. And I would take 19 up, unless I was going over to like Fort Huachuca, and then I'd catch that, I don't remember that freeway up to 10, and go all the way down to, I forgot the name of the city now. It just blanked my mind. But anyways, it's south of Thatcher and Stanford. There's a hill. I was driving there. It's probably about 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'd never seen anything like it, and it only lasted for like 2 weeks. But the top of the mountain was perfect yellow, like a perfect circle of flowers.
Oh.
And then the middle of it was purple,
Yeah.
and then a layer of it was white, and then a layer of it was like blue. Perfect circles of flowers, dude, just in the wild on the hill. That I have never seen anything like it. I took pictures. It just doesn't do its service, but Arizona has some of the most beautiful landscape you'll ever see, man. Just
it was
natural.
nice.
Absolutely
nice.
gorgeous, man.
We also got a comment from Julian Gonzalez. We've been hitting hundreds in western Nebraska. We're usually dry weather, but last to summer we got more humid. Oh, man, humidity is a whole different beast. Cholo Trucker, AZ doesn't change time like the rest of the country, so half the year we're in the same time zone. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So whenever she used to go over to Laughlin, that's when the time changed.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it changes here.
Yeah.
We change it.
We change it.
Arizona doesn't.
Yeah, so 6 months out of the year, my in-laws are an hour ahead.
Yeah.
And then the other 6 months.
Because of us.
Yeah,
When
but I will tell you, and there was a statement all throughout Arizona, if you can't take the summer, you don't deserve the winters, because the winters are awesome. The winters in Arizona during the daytime are in the 70s.
Yeah, I can't take the summer.
Lord. We used to go out there for Christmas.
Yes.
Dude, it was like 75 degrees,
Flip-flops,
bro.
Wow.
tank tops,
Yeah,
shorts, dude, going over
Every
to...
once in a while, get a nice little wind come
Yeah.
through, bro. Oh, it was great. Just like you said, flip-flop, tank tops, bro, and some shorts.
I found here's the thing too.
That water was
One last
cold,
thing
though.
in Tucson. Everything's cheap.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Everything's cheap. We had to get this hotel, right? And I had my mother-in-law with
Where'd
me.
you stay?
Well, hold on. I had my mother-in-law with me and Abraham. Right? So I'm just like, how are we going to do this? You know, so I looked and found a full studio hotel
Yeah.
that had, 2 sections and all that. $140. And it was a Hilton. $140.
That's when?
Was it
Yeah.
a resort where it had the big pool in the center? Humongous pool?
No, it had a pool. It had a pool. It was close to the airport in Tucson. $140 for a full studio. So it had a whole extra bed, a little living room, had 2 beds on the bedroom side. That way Abraham could have one.
Yeah.
And had a full, like a kitchenette.
Yeah.
And it was like $140. I'm like, I told the lady, I'm like, this would have been about $280, $300 in California.
Yeah.
This room. It was like a brand new build. It looked brand new.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, that was cool. And then we went to dinner, right? So I always like to, take my mother-in-law somewhere nice. And I'm just like, man, if the hotel's cheap, maybe the food's cheap. So we found this nice restaurant called Cheddar's. Shout out to Cheddar's. And went in there. You heard of it?
No.
Oh. And,
Just
dude,
repeating
it was like the ribeyes were like $17.
That's a win. For what size, though?
Like the ones that are like $29 here.
Okay.
$17. I didn't get one because of the surgery I had. I still can't eat steak yet.
Okay,
but my mother-in-law, she wanted one. I'm like, you already know, Mom's can get what she wants, you know? And, but I'm just like, man, and it was a really good restaurant in a really nice area. And I was like, $17 ribeyes. Like, man, Arizona's nice.
Tucson.
Yeah,
Tucson. Yeah.
Well,
And
one time I was on I think it was on Speedway in Tucson, and I stopped.
Yeah.
I was when I
that's the main street, huh?
Yeah, and so it goes to the university, goes from I-10 all the way down, and so it just splits right through the city. And so I'm going, and I see a little cafe, and I'm like, I'm gonna grab a coffee and maybe a little pastry or something. And I go, dude, it's a little small place, nothing. There's probably about 6 or 8 chairs there. I'm like, I'm doing them a favor, right? And then I ordered. Problem was I didn't look at what everything costs, and then I get my bill.
Yeah. What happened?
$75
For what?
for a coffee,
What?
pastry, and it was like something small. And I was like, what in the world, right? So I'm like, wow, $75. So anyway, I was like, can I use the restroom real quick? So I go to the restroom. She was like, yeah, just go down this hallway. You know what it was? It was a 5-star restaurant. And that was the cafe on the front side that's open during the daytime, and the restaurant doesn't open until the night. So they got me for $75 for coffee and a pastry.
There you go.
Dude, I was so mad.
Yeah, that didn't happen to me.
No, that
And
happened to me.
I ain't touching it, bro. Here you go. I didn't realize this was $75.
And
There
then,
you go.
this is the best part, is that as we're crossing Palm Springs, Indio, Los Angeles, gas was $4.50, $4.80. Cross into Blythe, boom,
Quartzsite.
$3.
Yep.
$3, dude. Like literally 5 minutes away from each other. They're all $4 and $4.50, $4.80.
It's egregious.
$3 to fill the tank.
It's a big word.
And on the way back,
big word.
fill the tank again.
I always fill it up at
I,
Quartzsite. Every time at Quartzsite.
I don't know, man. Best gas prices I've seen in the
Quartzsite. That's
last
what you
5 years, bro, has been in Texas.
Yeah. The gas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last 5 years of my life, bro, we went to Texas. When we went to Texas, yeah, man, I think I was putting premium. And I was putting premium, bro. I was like balling.
Put the camera on me real quick. Put the camera. Newscomb, I want to know. Arizona has no ports. How is their gas cheaper than California?
I know, right? That's weird.
How is it cheaper? No ports. It has to come through California. And it's cheaper than California.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. We went to when we went to Texas, man. I was putting premium, bro. I thought I was balling. You know what I mean? And dude,
Did you want to stop at the gas station with those big fake
dude,
chains?
I stayed like this, bro. It was
Like
like
that
I
one
was
over
pumping
there?
gas like this, popping the collar. They were like, "You're from Cali, huh?" I go, "Yeah." I said, "How do you know that?" They're all, "Man, you're popping collars while you're putting gas, bro." Nah, man. Dude, I think it was like $2.49 or something like that.
Texas?
Yeah.
Empty tomb. Now you got to tell us how much gas is over there.
Oh, bro.
Look, Bread of Life says that.
I want to know about.
He says Cholo Trucker's the
truckers.
baddest Chicano on YouTube
Hey.
on this side of the Mississippi,
I
Holmes.
want to know, Cholo Trucker,
Look,
if you can
Chicano brand hats.
let us know, did your fight already happen, or when is your fight coming up? Because I'd like to check it out, bro. So that'd be really cool if you can let us know that.
390 in Nebraska.
390 plus.
Man, I'll take 390.
I'll take 390. How much is
That's
it right
cute,
now,
brother.
4 something right here.
That's cute.
Well, I found a plate, $429
Yeah.
is what I'm paying right now. And that's a
Yeah,
win.
and that's a win, bro. That's Trump helping us out, dude.
That's a win. Hey,
Taking $1 off.
Hey, and then you get these. Hey, man, you got to let me say this. And the people in California, you need to pay attention to the gas stations, and make sure you take a little drive around when you got some gas, because you know what, man, these gas station owners, they got used to hitting people with a crazy price. And so, man, you can go get a Shell. You can get some Shell gas or some 76 or something like that if you do the little search run.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to Shell right now over in Ceres, right? It's 429. He was at 415 last week. Whatever, I'm not getting into all that. But right down the street from where I live at, dude, that dude's charging 489.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, yo, bro, why you do that? So I walked in and I know the owner because I don't like the guy, and I told him that. So anyways, dude, like...
hey, I don't like you.
Just like that. and I was like, hey, man, why are you getting people like this for their prices? Dude, you can go to the 76 right up the street right there, and they're charging 40 cents less than you. Why? And then he told me to mind my own business and get out of his store. So I said, okay, cool. Let me get this turnover real quick, bro. And about to turn over and left.
Look at the empty tomb, place 269.
Whatever, dude.
That is messed up. Why did you say that?
You know what, man? I'm going to keep talking about your Celtics, bro.
That's adorable.
Throwing that in my face.
That's adorable.
That's adorable. Aw.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. So anyways, I think we got some things that we want to talk about today.
I love you too, Auntie too.
And what are we talking about? We just start talking about all kinds of stuff already.
Well, we want to talk about the revival that's happening in Portland.
Wait.
Yeah.
I was saying, go ahead, David.
Cholo Trucker, September 13th. It's an open fight invitation. So whoever wants to get in there, gets in there. There's no set opponent. It's just everyone versus everyone. Man, I want to fight a midget. Wait, is that not proper to say anymore?
Little person. But that's fine, dude. You know what I'm saying?
What if it's just a person?
We don't care. There's nobody with soft skin that watches us, bro. So we're good. You can
That's
say
true.
midget. They're not going to be offended.
What are you going to do?
I take my last comment back. What do you mean it's an open fight invitation? Like Fight Club?
Like anybody?
I ain't trying to fight you, bro. I just want to watch it on YouTube.
I don't know, man. He sounded like he was raising his voice like at the gas station guy.
Well, I mean, it would have been different if it was in cap letters. You know what I mean? That's funny.
So what is that like? Is that like a WrestleMania type of thing?
I don't know. I just imagine a whole bunch of people in the ring. Is it a bunch of people in the ring at the same time?
I don't know, man.
That's funny, Empty Tune. That's funny.
All right.
So revival in Portland.
Oh.
We also
Bread of life. Hey, that'll never happen. Probably not. I don't know.
Okay. Is that where we're starting?
We also wanted to talk about Trump against all the cartels and all the rise up in that.
Okay. What else?
Also the bringing together of Trump with Armenia and
Azerbaijan.
And also Alaska coming up with sit down with, is it going to be Putin and Zelensky? Are they going to both show up or one going to show up?
What do you mean Alaska?
They're meeting in
That's
Alaska.
where they're meeting.
That's
at.
where
Oh, are
they're
they?
meeting. Yeah, neutral ground.
In an igloo?
8 nominations. 8 countries have nominated President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. And then one quick shout out for the event we were talking about before, which those of you guys have ever read C.S. Lewis's book, Screw Tape Letters, I guess the play is happening in L.A. as well.
No, it did like a year ago.
No,
it's coming back up.
Yeah, there's one in Riverside in December, and then there is one. Forgive me, I'll let you know at the very end of the show. But in Riverside in December 7th, and then San Jose is October 19th.
October 19th at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. If you've never read the book Screw Tape Letters from C.S. Lewis or listened to it, I think they have a free version on YouTube.
Yeah.
Check it out, man.
Yeah, Screw Tape Letters is a really good book.
Awesome.
When was it written? In the 40s?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Like 47?
Yeah. Towards the end of World War II.
What else? Oh, that's all?
So, yeah.
Real quick, Cholo Trucker says it's a one-on-one, but there's no weight class. You just throw down with everyone that shows up that wants to throw down. Yeah, I ain't trying to do all that. I'm 53, man.
That sounds tiring.
I got tired just reading it.
Julian Gonzalez says Zelensky is going to punk out. Trust me. I think he's going to show up in his high heels dancing. Heck yeah, dude. Sounding like this, dancing. Hey, in his high heels.
Well, you want to start off with Portland?
Mm-hmm.
What what's going on over
I just found this out today because you guys know, for the most part, Portland is very liberal. Portland is very anti-God, atheistic, witchcraft,
The theme of the city is keep Portland weird.
Yeah, so they say 45% of the people there have no religious at all, nothing, not just Christianity, nothing. It is basically the most unchurched city in America, I believe so. In Seattle, right? Portland and Seattle.
Between Berkeley or San Francisco, Berkeley, Portland, and Seattle, there's more dogs than children that live in the city.
Yeah, but apparently this weekend there was a revival. Thousands of people showed up, not because it was a big name, not because it was a big concert, not because it was a big major preacher, speaker, nothing. People went to worship. Thousands of people showed up. 3,200 people got saved.
Where was this at?
In Portland.
I know, but do you know downtown or?
No, it was at a coliseum, but because of that, it started sparking people preaching on the streets and getting saved. So I don't know too much about it. I just wanted to talk about it. Maybe some of you guys know a little bit more than we do, but man, Portland needs it.
Yeah.
I mean, what city doesn't need Jesus, but Portland needs it. And that was pretty cool. I don't know how far reaching that will be. I'm not sure. But I think it's, anytime there's salvations, it's a win. It's a win. So I'm not sure if anybody else heard anything about that.
Did you find anything?
This is all I got. The PDX crusade hosted by Ave Creek Church in partnership with other churches welcomed 35,000 attendees to the Moda Center. MODA.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Trailblazers play.
Okay, Moda Center in Portland on August 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah.
According to the event organizers, the two-night gathering featured gospel messages and worship by popular Christian artists Chris Tomlin, Zach Williams, Kane. Whoops, I accidentally touched.
I saw Chris Tomlin once. And
Tomlin,
it was tight.
Taya, and Annie Wilson, Carrie Job. Those are some big hitters.
Oh, yeah.
And Cody Carnes. The church reported 3,200 people came forward during the altar calls. Volunteers distributed Bibles and connected new believers with local churches, according to CBN. The event was one of the most significant evangelical gatherings Portland has seen in decades.
Amen.
And then they start talking about 2020 and what it drew back then, and so on and so on. A mega church in Portland held a religious revival earlier this month that reported and drew tens of thousands of worshipers. So, I mean, absolutely amazing. Go get it. That's crazy.
That's awesome. So I had the opportunity of seeing Chris Tomlin minister, and I say minister, I'm not going to say the word perform, because it was a Christian concert in the Concord Pavilion. You ever been there?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, all the artists were great. You know how, no matter what, whether it's any live music, there's an energy.
Yeah.
It's cool, it's fun, it's whatever. You know what I mean? And it was great. I can't think of the other artists right now, top of my head, but one of them is the one that sings "There's Joy in the House of the Lord." There's joy in the house of the Lord. Phil Wickham.
Phil Wickham.
Yeah, he was cool. But it was a lot of people, right? And it was great energy, great music. It sounded great. But when Chris Tomlin came out,
yeah, no, he's a real deal.
It shifted the atmosphere, bro. It shifted. Yeah. By that time, it was just like when he came out, and it just, I can't even say, this is when I know it's God, because he didn't do nothing different than the other artists, but you just felt the shift of the Holy Spirit in that place.
He worshiped.
It was no longer a performance. It was no longer a concert. He was ministering.
Yeah.
That was awesome, So I love the fact that Chris Tomlin was there.
I went to a concert a few years back, and it was Mercy Me. It was Jeremy Camp. It was some heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And it was funny because Jeremy Camp, they called Mercy Me at the end of it, called Jeremy Camp out, and they did Amazing Grace together. Dude, it was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, they said the only thing that would have made this concert better is if we would have had the Holy Spirit in here. And they were telling like a joke, right? And because obviously the Spirit was there. And he was like, I know you all are wondering what we mean, and is if we would have broke, I forget exactly how he said it, but we would have broke everybody down if Chris Tomlin was here. Like, they all look at Chris Tomlin the way you just explained it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so the real deal ones who do it...
He's been doing it for so long.
The ones who do it for the love, not the show, not the fame, but do it because God has blessed them with a gift, they all look at Chris Tomlin that same way.
It's weird because when the Holy Spirit, it just like, you start, like, you're just, like, you want to cry. You don't even know why.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Moving, bro.
Yeah.
So it's goosebump
It was
feelings.
just beautiful.
Even we were talking about before we went on, we went to a business meeting and Ray Lewis was speaking. Mm-hmm. And it was like, remember we were talking, and so here's the interviewer, they're there, and it's like, nah, dude, he wasn't about to sit there and be interviewed.
Yeah, that was tight.
He went up and just started preaching, and he just went and took it. And for an hour and a half, he just took it.
That's super cool.
And it was so different, And if you ever get a chance to listen to Ray Lewis, whether it was at his Hall of Fame speech, whatever, dude, the dude's just fired, man.
Yeah, it was tight. Cholo Trucker says The Jam in Christ Alone by Chris Tomlin is a straight banger.
Oh, absolutely.
That is. Bro.
Absolutely.
That dude got mad hits, bro. That dude can do Chris Tomlin greatest hits. Like,
he do greatest hits of the greatest hits.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
No, he's been doing it for so long, and the fruit of it is so, it's evident. It's there.
It's the real deal, man.
Absolutely. And that's I know we say that, and I just said it a few minutes ago, but it's such a sad that we have to make that statement.
What do you mean?
The real deal? Yeah.
He's a real deal.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's just
it shouldn't be that way, but unfortunately, here's the thing. Remember when rap music first came out? It belonged to the streets.
Absolutely.
And then it became corporate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the same thing. Unfortunately, this is what's happened to gospel music and Christian music. It's became corporate, and that's why we have to say things like, "Oh, that's the real deal." And unfortunately, when you have corporations that come into the play and this and that, whatever, and just it's sad. You know what I mean? Because now hip hop is no longer the streets like it was. Hip hop rap was the poor kids.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have music, they didn't have instruments to play, so they were banging out beats and just rapping. Yeah. And it just turned into something else, man. And now you got them all wearing skinny jeans and looking like colored hair and everything. Like, that ain't rap. What kind of rap is that? That ain't no rap.
High pants with no socks. Like, what is that? But no, man. Going back to Portland, though, if you ever had, I've been out there multiple times, going out there ministered out in the streets. We did a healing event there in downtown. Where if you ever been in Portland, they have that brick. It's just all bricks, and it's like a little auditorium. And so a bunch of churches just gathered together. Yeah. And it was wild, man, because Portland is just a different animal. First time I went out there was 2017. And it was wild then. It was wild then. And then after the pandemic.
I've never been that way.
No? Beautiful
I've never
city.
been Oregon or Washington. I have never been past Reading.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, in my world, that's the end of the world.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't believe in flat Earth, but that's Yeah.
No, man. I preached in Eugene. I preached in Springfield, Portland, in Washington. The only city I've ever preached at in Washington was the capital.
Yeah.
Not Seattle. Spokane.
Yeah, that's a big city too, right?
Yeah. It's decent size.
Julian Gonzalez, y'all be careful out there and watch out for the youth. There's a lot of cults out there, especially in Denver, Colorado. Denver is very leftist, huh?
Yeah.
It's very liberal. Bread of Life says Phil Wickham is tight. He's become a mainstream Christian artist. Phil Wickham's, I like his music, though, actually.
I like him, too.
He's a Cali boy right there, man.
Thank you,
Is
American
he?
Yeah,
Chicano.
he's from San Diego.
I didn't know that.
Aside from Chris Tomlin, that's who I remember is Phil Wickham, because his stuff's tight.
Thank you, American Chicano.
Yeah, man, thank you, brother. Thank you. We appreciate it. Sheila Skaggs, God bless you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Sister Sheila came to visit us a few years ago and stayed with me and Sharon one time. She watches us on YouTube, watches a sermon. She's a part of the church, and she came and visited one time. And I said, what do you want to eat? She goes, I want to eat a real burrito. So we took her right there in Hayward, bro. This one of those spots off of 14th. Mm-hmm. Man, she loved it. It was good.
That's funny, dude.
So, but she's in Ohio.
Yeah.
There ain't no real burritos in Ohio.
You think one of LeBron's restaurants are serving up real burritos?
There ain't even no real burritos. Hey, there ain't no real burritos in Texas.
Let's just not say that guy's name, dude.
Did you hear me? There is no real burritos in Texas. I'm sorry. Texas?
Yeah.
I love
Barbecue.
you.
Barbecue. Brisket. Amazing.
Yeah.
Mexican food? Nah, Cali got
Everybody in Texas that I know that comes here, even when I've taken them to the garden and said he had to pick up stuff, they're like, dude, I've never seen anything like this.
Man, I know people from Mexico that come for Mexican food here.
Absolutely. But especially, I'm sorry, Familia in Texas, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Not the same. Even border food, I got to say it. Border food is not that good.
No.
Rarely have I ever been to a border city that had actually
I've had good Mexican food in San Diego.
Yeah.
I have good Mexican food in LA. I have good Mexican food here in Modesto.
Tracy.
I went to some random taco truck in LA. I was in, not even, I don't know, Monterey Park?
Yeah.
Where's that?
LA County.
I was just hungry, and I was like, and there was one right there. Man, it was good. I can never find it ever again.
Hey, Isabel.
It was so good, dude. It just looked like a basic taco truck.
So how did we go from Portland Revival to burritos?
All right, let's get back into heels and Putin.
Okay, let's talk about Alaska. What's happening? Tell me about it.
So from my understanding, there's supposed to be, I think it's this
All right,
Friday.
Cholo. God bless you, brother.
Bless you, brother.
God bless you.
This Friday, they're supposed to have a sit down. Putin agreed that Trump agreed, Putin agreed, and Zelensky, I guess, kind of off and on
To agree to meet in person
in person
in Alaska,
which is, from my understanding,
which is neutral because it's American.
Yeah, it's America, but it's up there, right off the Bering Strait, just right there by Russia. And
I don't think Zelensky would do it.
But I think he has to, though.
He has kind of no choice. He's against the wall against this one.
Yeah.
He don't show up. It's not good.
Because he keeps saying he wants peace, but...
Exactly. But Putin did put out and said, hey, if we're going to have peace, I want this territory. I want the old Russian territory to be brought back into Russia. And so Zelensky came out with the video and said, that's not happening. Yeah. We're not doing that. And so, and I've heard a couple different outlets through the week talking about, okay, let's say they don't agree to that. But what is NATO going to do if Trump says, you know what? Okay, what if Russia, Putin, what if we bring Russia into NATO? What if I give that invite?
What's the reason to have NATO then? The whole reason NATO exists is because of Russia and the Iron Wall.
Exactly. And so and so just all these, I've heard different stories and different stuff, and I'm not as familiar with it, just still, kind of it's foreign affairs. I'm not, dude, we're just three guys talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, so all of this is starting to come to a head because why don't we have it yet?
Yeah.
And so back and forth, but I don't know. If Zelensky does show up, there's no way that I believe that Trump would not have addressed that situation and says, if you act dumb like you did in D.C., dude, you're done.
Yeah,
you're done.
I don't think he'd do that. I think we had said that when we talked about that interview before. We said that he played the cameras.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He played the cameras. He played the macho man.
He thought it was going to...
He thought he was going to be able to pop off, and then Trump was like, yo, dude, you need to pipe down, homeboy. Like, you don't know who you're...
the big dog.
Yeah, man, you're the big dog right here. I'm the junkyard dog around here, bro. So it's like, I don't think he'd do that. I think the big thing is for him to even show up.
I agree.
If you show up, you're probably showing up with something in mind. But I don't think you're going to pop off like you did.
I don't think
this one is being.
No.
I don't think this one is being aired.
Oh, really?
No,
I don't think so either. I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either.
This one is right. That one is.
Plus, just the security of it.
Yeah, and now just because they're all going, I don't know if that means they're going to be in the same room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that means that Trump's going to meet with Zelensky. Okay, Zelensky, Putin's terms. Putin, what Zelensky's asking. Let's kind of work this through. I would imagine, to me, it would make sense if if their handlers and everything else kind of work that through, smooth it over, and then have that sit down for cameras. If they did cameras.
This is saying that they're meeting there. Probably in the first 2 minutes, I'll know if a deal can be made. Said Trump speaking before the press on the White House on Monday. When a journalist asked how, Trump responded, because that's what I do. I make deals. The Kremlin has remained
like the art of the deal?
Huh?
Like the art of the deal?
Yeah, pretty much. Largely silent since confirming the summit would take place in the Kremlin has remained largely silent since confirming the summit would take place in Alaska. Trump indicated that Zelensky was unlikely to be included in talks he described as a fill-out meeting to better understand Russia's demands. Trump indicated his priority would be to set up a direct meeting between Putin and Zelensky, provided their word terms he deemed acceptable. I'm going to meet with President Putin, and I'm going to see what he has in mind, said Trump. Out of respect, I'll call him first, said Trump of the Ukraine leader. Trump also announced he would hold a phone call with European leaders and Zelensky before the summit, with talks tentatively scheduled
the bigger one.
for Wednesday.
It's over there.
So I believe that this is going on, so on Wednesday. I think right now, man, it really seems like Putin is down with whatever Trump is offering.
Yeah.
But we'll see how Zelensky feels, because I don't know, either one of you said, if he just goes ahead and acts a fool, it's pretty much going to
But
get
this whole
lost.
thing has weakened Russia. And like I said, I mean, who am I? I don't know nothing. But it's put Putin in a bad place because he's no longer a world power. He wasn't already a world power. This has made it worse.
Yeah. It
because
definitely
it makes it
weakened
look
Russia.
weak, because you can't beat this little country, dude. Like,
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, and they've had riots in Russia. They've had riots in Ukraine.
My understanding was half of Ukraine, those people consider themselves Russian, right?
Yeah. That's the territory that Putin's saying, I want back.
He wants to. He's all, I'm gonna build a white picket fence here, build a righteous bad here, home.
But if Trump can pull this off, and stop that war, along with 8 other nominations of what other countries nominated Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize?
I don't know which country. I know 8 of them have.
Yeah. What do you really think that, because it's kind of like, okay, if they give him the Nobel Peace Prize, it's kind of like, that kid that you force to do something.
Yeah.
Because they even if it doesn't go through, are they going to give it to him for trying for peace?
They gave it to Obama.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you got all these other nations. What was it? Pakistan and India. That was a nuclear war about to happen. You've got, what was the other one?
Cambodia. I just saw Cambodia.
Yeah, Cambodia. Exactly.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking right now. Oh, darn it.
Who Daniel? Who are you talking about? Who wouldn't survive the peace treaty? Talking about Zelensky or Putin?
Or Trump. Yeah, we're not sure who you're talking about. Empty Tomb says Simpsons episode said Trump's supposed to die tomorrow. What?
Oh, hey, dude, those are creepy. Those are weirdly, oddly creepy. True.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's just crazy.
But what are they gonna? It's kind of like, dude, what are they gonna do? We did the grading of what we thought of Trump. Like 2 months ago? Mm-hmm. And now it's Zelensky. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the dude's gonna survive. Period.
American Chicano, they will use proxies as long as it takes. Yeah.
Proxy wars. I don't think Zelensky's gonna. I think he knows his time's up at some point. Whether it's with high heels.
He ain't getting no money from America.
No, whether it happens with high heels or nylons, I don't know. But at what point?
What's this story? Was he an actor, a comedian?
Yeah, he was an actor.
And why was he dancing with heels? Was that something that is a skit, or that's just the way he dresses?
I think it was supposed to be a skit.
Yeah, it was a skit, but
but come on, bro.
You ain't gonna pay me to.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
That's like that's like say, hey, listen, man, I'll offer you $5 million for this part, but you got to kiss that dude.
Nah, I'm good.
It's like, dude, that's not happening. You can keep your 5 million. I'm not doing that.
All right. So, okay. So this thing's going to happen in Alaska. What else we got? Are you still on Alaska right now?
No.
The nominations.
I'm looking for who nominated.
Oh, yeah. What
countries
8 countries nominated
Do you
Trump
guys
for
think that he'll actually get the Nobel
Nobel
Peace?
Peace-
Will they give it to him? Pulling teeth.
I like what PBD. Because he's
Anthony Tim gave a reason why he wore heels. Because he's gay.
gay. I like what PBD did say. That was he thinks he's gonna get it because look at what he's doing.
I think he's forced. They're forced to.
But then the other thing is what Patrick said was now whether they give it to him while he's alive,
Yeah.
or whether they give it to him when he's dead, that's the kicker. So is he gonna get it? And see, when you think about it like that, he's gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
I just hope he gets it when he's alive.
Yeah, I guess I should have clarified. What do you guys think he's going to get it while he's alive? Because I think at some point
It was funny with Vinny, though. He was, what else has he got to do? Bring the Bloods and Crips together? I was cracking up, man, on the PBD show. What's it called? What's that show called? PBD?
Yeah, PBD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called the Patrick Ben Davis.
Yeah, PBD podcast.
Man.
But yeah, what else? It's kind of like, dude, what else do you got to do?
I can't, dude. One a month, bro.
Yeah.
He's brought one peace treaty.
That's
one
crazy.
A month.
So he's been in office for 8 months.
Hey,
Yeah.
Julian Gonzalez, thank you. Second time watching you guys, loving the show already, Vatos. Hey, man, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
spending
brother.
time with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And Felipe, I think we gave Felipe a shout out already.
Here we go.
Felipe.
Speaking of peace treaties, are we moving on to the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, many of you don't know this, but there's a nation that they've been going at it, Azerbaijan and, what's the other one?
Armenia.
Armenia. So,
Which been at war for decades.
yeah, they've been at it for decades. This hits a little close because Sharon's oldest son is half Armenian. He proposed in Armenia to our daughter-in-law a couple years ago, and they took a picture in front of this mountain. It's kind of a cave with water pouring down. Beautiful, right? And I painted a portrait for their wedding gift. I took that picture and I painted it. And then I asked them one time, I was like, hey, so I mentioned that location in Armenia, and they said, oh yeah, that don't belong to us anymore. What do you mean it doesn't belong to you anymore? He
Who
goes,
did you
yeah.
ask?
Huh?
Who did you ask?
Chris.
Oh,
my
Yeah.
stepson. And he goes, yeah, Azerbaijan took it. What do you mean they took it? He goes, yeah, they've been fighting. They keep taking land and this and that.
Yeah.
And
That's like saying the grapevine. Yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah.
it don't belong to California no more.
yeah, right. So then fast forward, me and Sharon found, you get stuck watching people cook on YouTube. So there was this man that was from Azerbaijan, and he's cooking this food, right? And it was just like,
And now the food didn't belong to him?
well, it's a good channel, but we got yelled at because we didn't know about this conflict. And we're watching him. So one day we're visiting down Southern California, and we're talking to, Chris and Talene, which is the wife.
Is she Armenian also?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Christopher is half because, Sharon, and he married an Armenian girl, really lovely lady, young lady. Anyways, we're like, oh, you got to watch this channel. And they're like, what channel? Yeah, he cooks and this and that out in the mountains. It's beautiful. So we put it. She goes, Azerbaijan? She gets really mad. And she goes, I'm not watching this girl. So, it is ingrained.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the hate between these people are ingrained, and a lot of people don't know about it because nobody really knows because everybody pays attention to Israel or,
Palestine.
China. So that's why I say it hits home. The hate hits home because I didn't realize this, but now, with them, I realize it. So then yesterday, I'm flipping through the channels, and I see the president of Azerbaijan.
Yeah. That's
and
crazy.
the leader of the Armenians shaking hands with Trump, holding their hands together in the middle. And I was blown away, dude. I was blown away. That is huge. So you got this Alaska thing.
Yeah.
You had this other thing yesterday.
The tariffs are working.
Tariffs are working.
I guess that really depends on who you ask, right?
Well,
I mean, because if you ask dumb Jimmy Kimmel, you know what I mean?
he's not human. He's a bot.
Oh, God, dude. Like I said, it just depends. But yes, go ahead.
But you can ask Jimmy Fallon, who just had to do for Fox.
That was just my whole thing. So I don't know how much you guys know about these groups or not, or what you do or do know. What are your thoughts about it?
I don't know too much about it, but I did see when it happened.
Yeah.
And I seen the reaction all over social media. I wasn't very familiar with it. It's just not my background. I don't know. And but then as people started talking about it, I realized how big that was.
It was huge.
Yeah. And
Felipe knows the guy, the channel. It's the guy that goes super. Every time he finishes his meal, he feeds the neighborhood, the village kids, and he tastes the food and he goes, super. Anyways. So you didn't know much about it, but you knew it was a big deal.
Yeah, because they made it a big deal as far as what the people I follow. And then it started flooding into some of the other networks, but they weren't covering it as heavy, and as much. And when I seen it, I was just like, wow, that's super, And
but this is what's crazy, right? I
can't find it, man.
This is a big deal. But most news won't mention it. That's crazy.
It was very, very, very minimal. Very, very. And if they did it, just like a quick touch.
Yeah, it blows me away.
This is my big. I was talking with my son earlier today, and my thing with Trump stopping the wars, he's doing phenomenal. Okay, like, say what you will. Obviously, people are always going to talk about my Theo, man, and that's just what it's going to be. But you know what really trips me out, bro, is look at the peace he is creating in the world, bro.
Yeah.
He's creating peace in the world.
Yeah.
But yet, he's getting a big old chunk about these stupid Epstein tapes, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People are so worried. This guy is creating peace in the world. Like I said, is he going to release it? Possibly. But give the man some time, bro. He's what? Like you said, 8 months?
Yeah.
8 months, bro. Look at what he's created in the world. And so he's trying to, and what the biggest one going on right now is the Ukrainian and Russia, right? And then you have Israel and
Palestine.
And
Now, according to Trump, did you guys hear about this when he makes this statement that says about Palestine? When he says or Gaza, he says we're going to take it.
Who?
Trump said this.
Yeah, I think he was just messing with him. When he made that
no, this is recent. This was just maybe yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
It was recent, at least within the last 48 to 72 hours.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, so he makes this statement, and they're talking to him about it because it sounded more along the lines of he's getting irritated with Israel to a point.
Yeah, I don't know.
As far as just some of the rumors, reports, as far as... I don't know. I've heard multiple stories of people bringing in food and them getting killed, reporters getting killed. Israel is saying they're terrorists, and maybe that's true. I don't know enough about it to know if they are.
Yeah,
or they're not.
I was in Palo Alto yesterday, and we're driving to Santa Clara, and over the freeway, these people had Palestinian flags, and they were saying to feed the people, they're starving.
Yeah.
And I was curious because I don't know enough, and maybe some of you, I know Felipe, you probably know more about this than me, and I don't know some of the other guys, but I thought that the food that they get over there, because people are sending aid, nations are sending aid, but the soldiers take it away from the women and the children and the elderly. So then the people starve. How was that anybody's fault?
Yeah.
But again, maybe, what do I know,
Well, but one side is saying, and like if you go on some of the Christian... Christian, is it CBN?
Yeah.
And so and they'll do reports, and they're just kind of like, well, this is happening. We can only report what we hear locally.
Yeah.
Some of it is terrorists. Some of it is, one of them. Sorry about that. One of them was like, Christians that had gotten some other, like Christians were bringing in food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they were murdered on the border. And nobody was talking about it.
No.
And it was the soldiers, the Palestinian from Gaza soldiers, as far as the terrorists had killed.
Yeah.
They weren't Americans, but they were Christians. They were neutral. So there's a lot of stories kind of going back and forth. Israel, has said, well, we killed them. This reporter, even though they were a reporter, they were a terrorist.
Oh.
And so that was that last situation. That's what happened. And it's like, well, I don't know.
I don't think anybody's gonna know.
No, exactly. I don't know how true it is.
We're never gonna know what really happens, what's happening, what's.
I told my son today, I said, when we were talking about the shaking of the hands and the signing of the peace treaty and so on, I said, man, dude, these countries have been at war against each other, man, for decades, man. He was like, yeah, years. I go, decades.
Yeah.
And then I said, you know what I want? I said, that's great, man. It's great to see what's going on, this and that, whatever. I said, you know what I'd like to know? What did he tell them?
Yeah.
What did you tell them, man, to be able to just make them like, sure, let's
smile and shake hands?
And then they shook hands. It's one thing to just sign it, look at each other, and keep pushing forward. You know what I mean? And abide by what you signed. But the thing about it is like, you shook hands. Like, you guys were excited about the peace treaty.
There was a TikTok video about a father that he figured out a way to get his boys to be at peace with one another.
Uh-huh.
And it was called the Peace T-shirt.
Yeah.
When they would get into a fight, he'd smack them together and put the one T-shirt over both of them.
One of his shirts?
One of his shirts where they couldn't get away from each other and they were facing one another.
Yeah.
And he would leave the T-shirt on them until they would give, and then they would apologize.
Maybe Trump put one of his shirts on.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if Trump put his...
Let's read a couple of these comments. I don't want them to think we're ignoring them. There's a few of them. Felipe Flores says, Democrat judge is holding back the release of the Epstein files. I haven't heard of that, but I believe it.
Yeah.
Joseph Rodriguez, the news has talked more about KFC bringing back potato wedges than had these peace.
They're bringing back
they're bringing back potato wedges? Let's talk about that for the rest of the show.
And their fries are pretty good, too.
Felipe Flores and hot wings, too? What? They're bringing back the hot... I stopped going to KFC because of the hot wings.
And the McRib is coming back.
This is a revival.
Revival.
Louis 14 says that's not true for Western Europe, Joseph. It's been all over the news for days. Empty tomb. I mean, can you blame him? It's touchy, but the whole support Israel, no matter what, just doesn't sit well with me. Julian, it's not about the money, it's human lives. Felipe says apparently Hamas is stealing care packages and keeping it for themselves. See, that's what I'm right then. That's what I was saying.
I've heard both. I've heard both sides. I don't know which one's right.
Felipe,
maybe they're both.
I got to try those, bros. Felipe says at the same time, some Palestinians are offended that they have to run and scavenge for these airdrops. They want the food delivered directly to them. Isn't that an app?
I don't know.
You can get the food directly. What's it called?
DoorDash.
Our poetic Israel has part of their strategic policy to give them just enough food. That has been a policy for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
And finally, Julian Gonzalez, Felipe is not about who's wrong. And right now we're talking human lives, especially children. It breaks my heart. Yeah, I mean, obviously,
that's the final.
We're a Christian channel.
Yeah.
We don't want any children to suffer.
No, absolutely. I don't want any adults to suffer.
Yeah.
No.
But I mean, when you start talking about kids or anything.
Yeah. For us on this right here, for us, that's always the thought.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to see this. We're like, this is just sad. It's unsettling. It's very stop thinking of each other, because they're at a war against each other. They're being petty against each other.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about the people that you are in charge, that God himself has given you authority over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we've said on this channel, it's God's not weeping more over a Jewish baby who's dying than a baby that's in Palestine or Gaza.
And look, Felipe says, look, to Julian, he goes, I'm just regurgitating what's being said by the media.
Yeah.
I agree that people suffering is horrible, evil on both sides.
Absolutely.
Evil on both sides.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah. There's evil here in our country. There's evil everywhere we go, man. Anytime that children and people are dying dying innocently. Who was it that we said? Was it Palestinian or was it Pakistan? Like the people were supporting their fans. They love America, but their government is the one. Who was that? Was
No,
that
it's Iran.
Iran. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know what I mean. So for those people to go and put those people in danger, that's you're trashy, bro, and that's me being nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that's what we're just trying to point out. So here's these stories that are coming out.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, we'll never know.
Ever.
We're never gonna know. Is Israel always right? No.
No.
Absolutely
Is Hamas always evil? Well, or the as far as the Palestinians.
Yeah, I think Hamas is evil.
Yeah, Hamas is evil, but
every Palestinian, no.
No, exactly. And it's like, so all this tragedy is happening. We're never going to know. Trump makes this statement in the last few days that says, we're just going to step in and take it. Yeah. And to me, I don't know enough about it. I'm just guessing, speaking from the outside as three guys talking at a table. To me, it was more of, as far as Hamas, we've got to get you. We're never going to be able to get you out of there until we're in there. And to Israel and Netanyahu,
you need to calm down.
Exactly. I think, because I've heard his rhetoric more and more not being favorable towards Netanyahu at certain points in time.
You need to calm down. You're going to end up burning a bridge.
Exactly.
And that's something you don't want to do. And it's just like, you need to calm down.
Because if there was a different president other than Trump, where would Israel stand with the United States?
It'd be all bad right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's just that's too bad. But let's take it to a border that's a little bit closer to home.
He says, just in, Felipe says Netanyahu will allow Palestinians to leave the Gaza Strip as Israel prepares military offensive.
But they've always, from my understanding, Israel has dropped leaflets, made announcements, opened up opportunities for Palestinians to either, get out of the way or whatever, but they don't let them. And it's just such an ugly situation.
I'm just glad I'm not a world leader, man. That's all.
Yeah, it's just an ugly situation.
That's not a job I want to have.
And you got Muslims, Jews, and Christians all locked in this place. Human beings.
I was watching this movie. Have you guys seen it? It's on Netflix, a new one called. I had it right here, Kandahar. With the dude that plays in 300, This is Sparta.
Oh yeah, I seen it.
You watched it?
Yeah, I seen it.
Oh,
Let me see.
This one right here, Kandahar. Yeah, so it starts off where they literally blow up an underground nuclear facility in Iran, and I'm like, what?
And then he has to get out.
Yeah, I haven't finished it. I was watching it actually really this morning. And so it's pretty good. Anyways, I don't know why I just remembered that.
But jumping over to a border near us.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Trump's talking about raising the military aggression against the Mexican cartels.
Yeah.
And as far as on the border.
I've heard that rhetoric last 3 days. Like they've been talking about it since he came in. And then it got a little more a couple months ago. But now they're already sending drones. Because you already know, this is the way the military operates in the United States and probably other countries, is first they get intelligence. They want to know who's who, what's what, who's and where's what, everything, all that stuff first before anything, so they can strategize.
Well, it's funny because we sent our planes over Mexico and we let them know we sent our planes over over Mexico and the Gulf of America.
But they can't do nothing.
Exactly. That was the point. It's like, dude, what are you going to do? Yeah, we're grabbing intelligence. Yeah, we're looking at you from the sky. Yeah, we know where people live. Yeah, we're letting you know that. And then the president of Mexico recently is like, well, we're not gonna stand for you coming into our country.
What are you gonna do?
It's like, you're one of them. What do you But I feel bad for her in the sense that, dude, she's stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, look, Julian Gonzalez, make Mexico great again.
Yeah,
for real. For real. I mean, it's unfortunate the people that aren't involved in the violence and all those things, they just want to live normal, peaceful lives, man. People just want to live their life. They just want to raise their children, and unfortunately they can't. You know what I heard recently? Is Honduras, because here's what happened. Again, you guys know my wife is Honduran, and we went to visit her brother. And this guy's sharp. I would love to have him on this. He is sharp, And he was just saying that the way the Salvadorians had those supermax prisons, apparently because of the ones that got away fled into Honduras, so now they're making Honduras worse. Like there's houses that Sharon's family owns. They can't even collect rent because they can't go into the neighborhood.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember her telling me that.
And he was saying that the president of Honduras is going to follow El Salvador and build supermax because it has crippled the tourism.
Well, it cripples the whole economy.
It cripples everything. So now Honduras is going to jump on board and crash down on the gangs.
I think Mexico, I think the drug cartels is the number 5 largest employer in the country of Mexico.
Wow.
If I'm correct. Think about that. That's like saying, okay, in the United States, you've got Facebook, YouTube, Amazon, and the and the mafias and the cartels. And it's like that's crazy. But reality is, I don't know how comfortable I feel about United States soldiers going in.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? Collateral damage means, right?
Yeah.
It unfortunately, innocent people are going to pay. That's just the way it is. That's the way those people operate. It's like, you hurt us, we're going to hurt you. And there's a lot of families literally across the border. There's a lot of people, shopping centers. There's everything. There's a lot of Americans across the border because the towns are so, whether it's Tijuana, Ensenada, Nogales,
Sasabe, Agua Prieta.
Yeah, what's the El Paso? So
Juarez.
Yeah, and it's scary in that sense. But what are you going to do? I mean, America has never let fear stop it, and especially with this president. Something's got to budge. That's the thing, though. Something's got to budge. Especially, guys, I know some of you don't live in a state that borders Mexico, but that stuff is creeping in really bad. Whether it's California, Arizona, Texas. Does New Mexico butt up against Mexico?
Yeah.
It does, right? Yeah. Something's got to budge, man. Because this is the world our children are going to grow up in, our grandchildren.
Well, see, because people don't understand. See, when I worked in Arizona, I worked with the Yaqui tribes. As far as the Yaqui, on these territories, it's sovereign nation. So, for instance, you've got as far as the Pascua Yaqui tribes that are there on the border, part of their territory is half of it's in Mexico, half of it's in Arizona.
Who's that?
The Yaquis.
Oh, really?
Yes. Tohono O'odham Nation and all of that. And so when you see that on a map, that's sovereign territory.
Yeah.
So much drugs comes through. At least this is the way it was. I'm talking about 08, 09, and 10. So much stuff comes through. We've got family that lives on the border. We've got family that has seen this, has been in the middle of this for years. So, like, for instance, when as much as I want to see, when I hear Trump going, okay, we're going to go into Mexico and go to the cartel leaders, what others may think of is, as a country, I'm thinking of Deanna's family who lives across the street.
Yeah.
Literally across the street. Where her dad lives, we pass the house that runs the city, it runs the area.
Yeah.
That they're in the I don't know how far the impact of that region. I don't know what, but dude, his house is undeniable. His son just lives not too far from there.
Yeah. And
so our family members, they'll tell us. I remember when I lived there, dude, I could hear the gunshots. I could hear the firefights. It's just crazy. Whether it was the city of Nogales and the city mayor, city manager getting arrested. It's a whole different world, but there's no peace there. And what people don't understand is the cartels that are there operating in Mexico, dude, they're oppressing the people, business owners, the economy.
Yeah.
They can't operate at night. They can't live. They can't exist. They're oppressive. And so they're shutting business down at 4 because they can't work. They can't have their daughters working at night because they're killing them. They're raping them. And it's like, dude, but when I hear that, it does it does bring me a cause to pause because I'm thinking of our family, literally, not just our people. I'm literally thinking of our family because if that pops off in some of these places, Deanna's family lives.
I think too. Right I think also that I know how it is out here in the neighborhoods growing up back in the 80s and 90s. There was people that became part of the gang because they had to become part of the gang. They didn't want to.
Yeah.
That's where they lived. And my understanding is, especially in L.A., like if you were in a certain neighborhood, that's the gang you were from, no matter what. And you're going to get jumped in. I mean, is that true, brother? Because you're from Southern California, right?
Some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them were like that.
Maybe like the real hardcore, like the old school one, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I know like Maras was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Maras are...
So if that's true there, then with these things in Mexico, there's probably some teenagers that are forced into the life. What I don't want is to criminalize them. They just want to be set free. They can't help their environment or situation. I think a lot of them are being forced into the life.
If your economy has no opportunity, and this is the only industry.
Yeah.
That's why when first Trump's the first Trump term.
Yeah, products of the environment, Felipe says.
Yeah, you and I talked about this years ago, where Trump was pushing car dealerships and car manufacturers go, hey, leave China, come to Mexico.
Yeah.
Let's raise the economy. Let's raise the possibility for these people. And they did start building factories.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Because some of Deanna's cousins started working and still to this day work in these factories.
And that's true. When he was ending his first term, he made an agreement with Mexico.
Yeah.
And he was telling all the companies, okay, like I get it, you can't afford to be in America. You can't afford it. Bring your companies to Mexico. Let's make Mexico great. He literally said that at the end of his term.
Yeah.
And so that shows me like he doesn't have a problem with Mexico. No. But he knows that how can he help the economy of Mexico grow? Because here's the thing, you really want to stop people from coming across the border? Then create jobs in Mexico.
Help the economy.
Why are you giving jobs to China? Why are you giving jobs to Taiwan? Bring the jobs to Mexico. Because if people can live, they don't want to... Those people in Mexico don't want to live in America. Yeah. They want to live in Mexico.
Yeah. They don't want to come here.
But they want to live there.
They don't.
So if he brings all these companies away from Asia and brings them to Mexico, then people have jobs. And they don't have to be forced to live a lawless life.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah. They don't want to, and it's crazy. Many of them don't want to come to the United States.
No.
My father-in-law didn't want to leave Mexico. He left Mexico.
I wouldn't want to leave here.
Exactly.
But if we're starving.
Exactly.
And Canada has better jobs and opportunities with it. And I'm just like, dude, I guess I got to feed my family. Like, I don't want to leave Tracy or Modesto or whatever. I don't want to leave.
And just sitting down with my father-in-law, hearing the stories of him walking through the desert. Literally for days, and just all this stuff, and then getting arrested and going through that for 2 days and waiting for, to sit down, sit in the base of a van or a truck and putting 15 people in a car because they were waiting at a spot and the checkpoint closed because it was raining and now go. It's like, dude, all these stories, like, dude, they didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
But what else do you do when you have no opportunity?
Yeah.
And so that doesn't make the crime right. That doesn't make those other things right. And I know I don't know if it was Empty Tomb or Felipe talking about it. People still have choices. They do, but if they're limited, dude, it's
okay. So the thing about it is, this is my gangs over here in California. One of the things I've learned about California is when it comes to gangs, it's all the same. I don't care, all the way from San Diego all the way up to Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Same thing, bro. They just bang different. That's all it is. In Southern California, it's about varios. Up here, it's about color. That's really what it is, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's the simplest way to put it.
Yeah.
In other countries, bro, they got straight up cartels.
Yeah.
Straight up. And then you go to other countries, and they got straight up militias.
Yeah.
It just gets worse and worse and worse,
like
bro.
in the Middle East.
Yeah. And I mean, 9-year-old children walking around with AK-47s, bro. That has more kick than they can hold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just what it is. So when we get into these countries, yeah, I agree. Like, yes, we do have choices. You had a choice not to go in the route that you did.
Yeah.
I had a choice to not go in the route that I did. But hey, man, the choice was made. praise the Lord, we're on a podcast today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those people in the cartels, when the dad acts up, they chop you up and leave you at the doorstep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the militia, they get the whole bloodline. They put it right in front of the village, and then they smoke them all right in front of everybody.
They eliminate your family.
So they can send a message.
Yep.
I'm sorry, you don't have a choice over there, bro. You do have a choice. Don't get we all have a choice.
Death or life.
Yes.
That's a
and
choice.
it's just like you're going to do something. But then you get these men like Pastor Moses or Pastor Thomas, and there's thousands of other ones who say, I'm going back in.
Yeah.
Because they made a choice, but they went through it and made that choice not to get it, not to pick up the gun. How do we even know? That'd be really dope to ask Pastor Thomas. Yeah. You got a great relationship. Did you ever, what that looked like as a kid? Because this ain't new.
Well, he talks about that he did live that life. Now, I mean, I don't know to what extent, but that he you know, it was a rough life growing up.
Had to figure a way to get out, right?
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, it's crazy. Once we leave America, sometimes I think what we do is we get caught up in our first world problem, in our first world way of thinking, and we forget what really goes on in every other country in this world. Because they really got a problem. I
wish I would have pastored in a Spanish church after I lived at the border. Because I would have understood
the struggle
and the people, the community, how things are. Because if you're not in that world and going back and forth and understand it, it's a different world. And you're, like you were saying, you're in America, dude. Dude, this is a whole different place. Yeah. And as rough as areas of Stockton are, as rough as area of West Modesto, all this stuff. I had a family that was staying with us for a little bit and they house set for us. They're from West Africa. And I started we were having long conversations about how
I thought they were from South Africa.
Well, they went to school in South Africa.
Oh, okay.
But originally their tribes are from West Africa.
Oh, okay.
Nigeria and Ghana.
Oh.
And I asked him, I said, well, how long does it take? Because he went to school in South Africa. And she lived in South Africa.
It's a little more civilized down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little bit.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Africa.
And I asked him, I said, well, how long is that drive?
You can't drive that.
Well, and then so they were like, you can't drive that. And I said, there's no roads? They were
You'll
like,
get
no,
killed.
They're like, yeah, there's roads. You're not driving that. And I said, oh, so I'm just having a conversation, right? I'm asking. They're like, no, you don't understand. Dude, you've got these countries that are connected going back and forth. You're going to hit this militia to this militia. This tribe hates this tribe. This culture. They said it doesn't, all of these everything. They said they don't care. There's no police. No one's going to fingerprint you.
Yeah.
You're going to get attacked by lions. You're going to get stepped on by elephants, by a stampede. You're going to whatever. You're going to get hit.
You're going to go out and pee and a snake bites you?
Yeah, it's a whole different world. And so the best I thought of was, so is it kind of like me driving from here to Central America? But then it's kind of what they were describing, and I'm just like, no, I think it's worse.
It's worse.
I think it's worse.
It's like saying, I'm going to go drive to Honduras.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what?
But there's roads.
There's roads.
United States developed roads, tourist roads, for the first 4 or 5 hours within Mexico as far as toll booths, to make it safer. They don't have that over there. And just in my conversations day after day, I was so, you know what it made me just sit down and just go, this is why the West doesn't understand the East.
Yeah.
And the East can't comprehend the West. It's so vastly different. And yet, here you got in Mexico, the cartels have taken on the trait of the
government.
East. Well, no, of the East.
Of East. So my understanding is a lot of the cartels are the ones fixing the roads, building schools and churches.
That's what I'm saying.
For their people.
And so they're taking on the persona of going, okay, we watched Iraq, we watched Afghanistan, we watched what America did, capable to do. We're going to study what you did, study what you do, get in connection through us, because that's what they're talking about, coming from Canada, coming over, and all this other stuff. And everyone's watching the Mexican border. Nobody's paying attention to the Canadian border and how much drugs and trafficking, human trafficking, and everything going through there. But yet you find out, who they're partnering with? As far as all the Middle Easterns and Muslims that are in Canada.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, they're in collaboration. And then it's the Taliban 2.0.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, this is a whole different beast, man.
You know when? Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna read Empty Tombs. Something he said. It's crazy because our kids hold cell phones and they're carrying AKs.
Yeah. And we're worried about what they're watching.
Yeah.
You know, in the Bible, Jesus says that in the last days, it will be nation against nation.
Yeah.
We think countries.
Yeah.
But when you go to the Greek and the Hebrew, when the Bible talks about nations, it's talking about tribes.
Because that's what it was. It was tribal.
We are tribal people. You know what I mean? Do you know why Mexico was taken over by Spain? It wasn't because Cortez was that much stronger than the Aztecs. It was because the Aztecs were basically dominating all the tribes. And finally, Cortez said, you know what? Since they're dominating you, let's go together and attack the Aztecs, because
let's rile the beehive.
It has been tribes in Mexico. It's been tribes in the Middle East. It's tribes here today. Like even in America, if we had no government, I forgot what they said, in complete chaos, like we wouldn't even have enough groceries to sustain a day in our grocery stores. The moment government would fall away, it would become the strong survive. And it would become tribal all over again, because that is our inherent nature.
Absolutely.
You know, so when Jesus says that it'll be nation against nation, in actuality, we're thinking nations, but it's not. It's tribes.
Yeah, it's not China, United States.
No, it is Bloods and Crips and Norteños and Sureños. It is, all the cartels against cartels. It's tribes against tribes, and that's ultimately what it is. And regardless of how civilized we think we become, take away our food source and our water source, and we'll become tribal again overnight like that. Immediately.
The purge, immediately.
Yeah.
Instantly.
And we think we're civilized. Sitting there drinking $75 coffees and everything. No, that'll go out the window quick.
I think I shared this before.
COVID.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Our friend Rafa Kit in Pakistan, he said during COVID, and so over there in Pakistan, it's a whole different world. Christians can only make a certain amount of money, $250 a month. That's the max as a Christian. And if you're a Muslim, then you have other criteria where you can get more money. And it's like, well, how would they know? Well, because if you're going to pray 5 times a day, or if you're not, it's going to be pretty evident. And so, but anyways, he was saying when they were passing out food in the cities during the pandemic, the United States and other countries were bringing in foods and everything else, they would give them to Muslim families.
Yeah.
They weren't handing them to Christian families.
Well, have you heard in Egypt, Garbage City?
No.
No? You're going to look it up. Actually, matter of fact, Sister Sheila's the one that told us about it. I don't even know if she's on still or not. But there's a place called Garbage City. It's literally the garbage. They created a city out of it because they're Christians. They don't let them work anywhere. So they have to create stuff out of garbage to sell.
Wow.
And it's a garbage city. You look it up, it's insane the way it looks.
While he's looking for it.
Yeah.
But I remember he told me, he says that he said, Angel, he said, there's members of our church. He called me crying one day, Rafa Kit. We were talking on the phone. And he called me crying, and he told me, he says, he says, brother, I don't know what to do. I don't understand. He said, but we have Christians that are converting to Islam because they can't feed their family.
Yeah.
And he's crying.
I can see that happening.
And he's just weeping and crying, just heartbroken over, brother, I'm going to stand for Jesus.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there just like, my God. We can say, I know, Tino, we've talked about, we can say what you want until you're in the moment. Yeah. And I'm not saying that you can't stand or we can't stand our ground.
Right.
But my God,
doesn't the Revelation talk about it?
Yeah.
The mark of the beast, where nobody can buy, sell, or trade.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And people say, I ain't going to take the mark. I ain't going to take the mark. And then you have a child that needs medicine, or she will die, or he will die. And they're saying, do you have the mark?
Yeah.
No. Boom. Can't help you. Can't help you. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's easy to say. It's easy to talk about. And that's why I think a lot of people like to believe in pre-trib, that hopefully the church gets taken away because they don't want to have to go through that. But, wherever it is that you stand, pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib, whatever it is, man, it's not going to be easy.
It says that this place has been around since 1976. It says more than 60 million people with no organized trash removal system lays the world's largest garbage. Then it says that there's the village is home to around 60,000 Zabaleen Arabic for garbage people. At least 90% of them are Coptic.
Coptic Christians.
While Egypt is a Muslim majority country, its economy revolves around I'm sorry, I looked at the picture. Revolves around the collection and recycling of Cairo's city's garbage.
Yeah.
It lacks infrastructures and often has no running water, sewers, or electricity.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I swear.
That's where the Christians live.
Yeah, I swear, if you look these pictures up, this is wild.
Yeah,
bro.
look
Who
up
told
Garbage
you about
City.
this?
Sister Sheila, the one that was on earlier, that she came to visit me and Sharon years ago about Garbage City.
Ohio, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Christians can't gain the same money as Muslims do. So they have to end up living in garbage. They literally call it Garbage City.
Yeah, because, man, dude, I just by looking at these pictures, that is wild.
We're already at an hour and a half, Angel.
Yeah.
No, I know.
So,
but that's just sad.
yeah,
It is.
It's just sad.
Did we hit all our topics?
Yeah, we hit them all.
Okay.
But
cool.
pray for all these different nations, all these different cities, all these different,
Yes.
and at the same time, even with Mexico and our border, I'm just.
Yeah. My prayer is for whatever it is Trump's going to do with cartels for the Lord to give him wisdom in doing it. I pray for the families. Absolutely. I pray for anybody that's in the way of danger, collateral damage, and praying for this thing in Alaska that's going to happen, because ultimately we want peace. Praying for whatever's going to happen at the Gaza Strip. There's so much turmoil, but there's so much opportunity for peace to come from it. And we just want God, because God is Jesus says he's the prince. The Bible says he's the Prince of Peace.
Prince.
Yeah, he doesn't bring peace. He is peace. Not the peace of this world, but the peace is beyond understanding. Amen. And here's the thing, ultimately, only Jesus can fix it.
Amen.
Only Jesus. There's nothing else. There's no king, prince, president, military leader, general. It is only Christ and Christ alone. The government has to rest on his shoulders, and until he comes, unfortunately, there will never be complete peace, but nevertheless, it doesn't mean we don't pray for it.
And at the same time, for all of you that are out there, I had the opportunity for that family to sit in my house and have conversations late at night.
Yeah.
Have conversations if you can with other believers that are coming out of China, that are coming out of Korea, that are coming out of Africa, that are coming. It is amazing to hear their view of us and the world. Whether you agree or disagree, and I didn't agree, and we went back and forth with a lot of views of stuff that I didn't agree with. But to hear their side was such a opportunity for me. And so take it. Christians, take it, because we are very Western and we don't realize how Western we are.
Yeah. We have Pastor Thomas coming in October. And I announced the date. I don't have it on me right here, but he's going to be coming on a Sunday in October. Right now in the world, the most killed Christians is in Nigeria. Remember the recent massacres that keep happening? Yeah. And I trip out because I'm just like, Pastor, I said, are you okay? He goes, yeah, why? Well, I heard these massacres are going on. He goes, oh, that's the other side of the country. He always says that. Yeah. That's on the other side of the country. I'm like, how big is your country? I mean, are you talking about Muslim extremists? He goes, oh, yeah, they would love to just chop us up. He goes, but they're far away. Pastor Thomas, what does that mean? Like, far away to me means like the East Coast, Yeah. And he says, 100 miles away. 100 miles. That's from here to Fresno, brother.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah,
there's people there that would love to come and chop your whole family up, massacre them. And I'm just like, and he goes, David, what do you want me to do? I'm going to preach Jesus.
That's right.
He goes, nothing will stop it. He goes, nothing will stop it. They can't stop it. Oh, it says Sharon's on here. She put the date. October 19th. Yeah. Mark it on your calendars if you can be here or if you can watch. Yeah. Pastor Thomas is going to be here October 19th. Yeah.
That's all I got to say, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I've never met this man. and I think it would be an honor to meet this man.
Oh, you will.
But I think it's like how can you not want to fight for humans,
Yeah.
God's children, when you get around people like that?
Yeah.
People who are really in the war of it.
Yes.
You know, that spiritual war, bro, where we talk about it, we read it, we all teach it. The thing about it is when you get around these people who literally live it,
Yeah.
how can you not want to know Jesus more?
Yeah.
How can you not want to? I love the saying that says, if you're the smartest one in your circle, then you need a new circle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a man, like, if you're around me, I'll never be the smartest one in this circle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's real talk. I think that's an honor that you even get to, you know, those are those Billy Grahams and those type of people. I don't put people on pedestals. I just realize when God is moving in people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's
That's all
a
I
huge
got.
part of why I became part of Grace,
That's super dope.
you know, because of men like him. And he ain't the only one, you know, but it's a blessing for us to be able to have him in our lives.
Amen.
I got one last thing, man.
Yes.
Look at, we were talking about screw tape.
What
I know.
happened?
I noticed that right now. I just looked at
What happened?
The date that
October
Brother Tom-
19th is screw tape.
Oh, yeah. Well, oh, well.
Well, so on that date of October 19th, Pastor Thomas will be here. I'll be there. My brother will be here. Brother Nick will be here. And so we're going to have a great time. We're gonna
All
have
right,
a
guys.
great time.
I got to head home.
Be blessed.
The wife is waiting for me.
Peace.
And,
Had to throw it in.
All right. God bless.